Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're going to look at the latest additions to the marketplace for the PC version for Flight Simulator 2020. The first one is the A320 NEO hangars 1 to 4, which is created by Bravo Airspace. This is not really, I would say, a new thing which has been released because, as you can see, it's a bundle pack. So what they did is they bundled all their, let's say, separate packages into one. And you can see here hangar 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the ones which are included. And you can see a wide variety of airliners are included. And here you can see the individual price. And here you can see the bundle price. Well, if you see this, then I would say you probably know enough. Then the second one is by 42. They released the Coyot Estate Airstrip 42 CE. It's an airstrip located on a private property in Red Bluff, CA. 42 CE Coyot Estate. It's a relatively small one. You can see that there's a lot of details also here, which is cool, right? Because it's pretty close to a nice building. There's a runway, there's a helipad, and the permitted aircrafts only stolen helicopters are recommended. So runway lighting is there, solar and on a timer, as well as the helipad lighting. Windsocks are included, but also I would say some other things like the ATV, UTV, trail access, dedicated camping areas, fishing, swimming and boating, as well as I would say other things like services like restrooms, etc. So if we go down, you will see what has been included, right? Besides this airstrip, you will get a lot of additional things, including some nice houses, a playing ground as it looks like, money back, and a lot of other cool stuff. So that's this one. Then the next one is the 767-200 Sher Foxtrot livery pack number 2, created by Captain Sim. Keep in mind that you will need to have the freighter from Captain Sim, in this case the 767-200 special freighter only, right? So keep that in mind. It doesn't work with the 767 variations. So Mass Air Cargo, Armajet International, and Air Transport International, those are the ones which you can add if you have the 767-200 Sher Foxtrot, right, which is a cargo aircraft. Here you can see some of the screenshots, which are looking really nice. Then we've got number 1, livery pack number 1 for the 777-200 Echo Romeo Sher Foxtrot. Again, here is you need to have this type of aircraft, the 777-300 Echo Romeo Sher Foxtrot, which gives you the ability to use the big twin house livery, the Kalita Air livery, as well as the Emirates Sky Cargo livery for this aircraft. Again, make sure that you have the aircraft because else you can't use them. And that would be a pity, wouldn't it? Then we've got the Schedules EasyJet volume number 3 from VA Systems. It's for the A320 specifically. So simply all the schedules, which are in total 52 of them, featuring 16 distinct routes throughout, let's say, multiple areas, right? But looks like that they are, let's say, looking specifically also at destinations across the UK. If we scroll down a little bit further, we can see some more information which they shared, right? Including the global hubs, suitable for all levels of experience. That's good, right? So you can be, I would say, more experienced, but also maybe just, I would say, new pilot or a new flight sim pilot. And it's using the Asobo default A320 aircraft, so be aware of that. So likely delivery is also included from EasyJet. And here you can see what they've done, right? So pretty nice. Then the next one is from Northern Missions. They released the Adventure Mississippi River. Northern Rivers, they are known for their mission packs, right, which are releasing, or actually bush trips. In this case, it will take you to the culture, history, and nature of North America, right? It begins at Lake Itasca in northern Minnesota, and then it would say will go to different states, which is really cool. So what they say is they also include landing challenges, so 2 landing challenges, 2 discovery flights, so be aware of that. And the bush trip itself, you can fly using the DR400-100 or the Cessna 172 Skyhawk or the Robin Cap number 10. and each of the 16 stages lasts approximately 1 hour. So you've got a lot of fun with this package, and as bonus, you'll also get some discovery flights and landing challenges. So nice one. Then scrolling down the list, we will find Aircraft Lightning Pro, created by SoFly. This one was already announced outside of the store already, but they now will have it also added to the store and will elevate the visual aesthetics for all default aircrafts in Flight Simulator. So say farewell to the static, lifeless lightning, and welcome to a world of dynamic realism. So what do they add? Immersive lighting sets that enhance the realism, custom texture and effect sets of redefining aircraft, lightning, change navigation beacon strobe, taxi and takeoff landing lights. And that's all in a single package, right? And it's super performance friendly. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right, which are shared. So this with the pack and this without. So you can see some real changes. So pretty cool. Then we've got to Pilot, which has released a bundle, the Airliners Bundle. In this case, it's for the A320, A310, ATR 72 and 42, as well as the 787 from Boeing, featuring 370 liveries from 7 world livery packs for this nice price. So you will get 6 individual packages as a bundle. So if you look at the bottom right, there are some screenshots of some examples. It looks really cool. So if you love giving your aircrafts a different livery, then this might be a package which contains a lot of the liveries. Then Force Simmers has released the Coronado Cessna 207 liveries. So the Coronado C207, right? That's one of the aircrafts. And Force Simmers has released a package for it, including 29 options of 11 liveries. And there are more liveries will be added. Keep in mind that you might need to have this aircraft yourself because else you can't use it. So be aware of that. So it's high quality liveries for the new Cessna 207 from Coronado and Microsoft. So that's the one which you need to buy. And then you can buy this one to add multiple liveries, including, let's say, nice ones with 8K, 4K resolution, right? So ensuring both quality and performance packages. Then scrolling down the list, we will find ORBX, which has released the Leeds Bradford Airport version 2, Echo Golf November Mike. It's a nice airport nested in a beautiful English countryside. And they have added a lot of things. First of all, they updated the airport layout to 2023. They fully reworked the PBR ground poly, as well as they placed custom lighting with realistic color temperatures, level of detail optimizations, as well as animated custom jetways, and highly detailed 8-seat interior with animated air traffic controllers. And here are some screenshots which they've shared. So this is the tower itself. So hopefully they also included the picture of in the tower. Well, unfortunately not, but you can see there's a lot of detail being added to this nice airport. Then we've got Flint Drive 4D, which has released the Egypt pack. The Egypt pack adds Discover landmarks and airports along the Nile with a complete add-on. Right, one product for all from Cairo to Abu Simbel. So if you love flying IFR and also love flying VFR, right, then you will have benefits from this package. For the IFR and liner pilots, right, there are 5 enhanced international airports, some custom 3D PBR objects configured with the latest charts. And for the VFR lovers, they have added 13 famous temples along the Nile River, which are all handmade in 3D. Military airports and hours of VFR flight are waiting for you. And this is what has been included, right? So you can see a lot of nice airports, right? Luxor International Airport, Hulwan Airport, Abu Simbel Airport. And these are some of the landmarks which they have added. So scrolling down, we can see some pictures. So also this one looks pretty nice, right? Including, let's say, cruise ships. Then the next one is from Lyceum Design. They released Ventspils International Airport, Echo Victor Victor Alpha. That's in Latvia. So they added some nice things to this airport, right? There are not too much details, but it looks like they really, I would say, pimped up the airport. Also not that many screenshots, unfortunately, but if we scroll to it, right, you can see that they added the interior of the terminal building. They add some nice details also on the outside, some fences, and that's all the stuff which they currently have shared, but pretty nice. Then scrolling down, we find the first jet fighter again from Machinery, the F22 Raptor, right? So 99 or 90% of all the guides are working, frame rate friendly, highly detailed textures, 4K, 8K, high definition PBR. I'd say the same interior as always, a little bit too clean, but hey, that's what it is. So that's a nice jet fighter again. And then we find an interesting one, the KC7 Tanker Transport from Captain Sim. So they released a new aircraft. It's a digital replica of the Boeing KC7 Tanker Transport, right? So it's used for refueling, I would say, jets, for example, while flying. So what did they add, right? Animated fifth generation refueling boom, so that you can also use the refueling system. Animated host drum units, animated view receptacle, functional formation lights, main cabin with full interior and animated cargo doors, and a lot of other cool things, including the USAF, US Air Force livery. And of course, they also have added the signature animations for a lot of things. I'm not going to go to all of them, as well as a detailed cockpit. Keep in mind that for this aircraft, you need to have the 747 installed. That's with all the Captain Sim versions, right? And this is how it looks like. So it's a pretty cool again, right? Here's the US AF livery. You can see the refueling system. And then you've got the system to, say, open the individual doors and likely also control the view system. So pretty cool. Then we've got VA Systems, which has released the landing challenges, Virgin Atlantic Caribbean. So they released landing challenges where you can fly as a Virgin Atlantic pilot using two iconic aircrafts, the Boeing 747 as well as the 787, and then land on a selection of the Caribbean airports. Each mission uses a typical standard terminal arrival route, right? Star. So 96 unique scenarios, livery inclusion. So this pack contains the custom Asobo version liveries by VA Systems, which you can use, but you can also use them outside of the package. And this is how it looks like, right? So if you want to challenge yourself by doing some more landing challenges, then this could be one which you might consider to buy. Scrolling down the list, we will find the landmark Aosta Piedmont by Flint Drive 4D. It's in the north of Italy, right? It's Aosta and Piedmont. More than 65 monuments 3D handmade with photo real texture night and day. It's update to Microsoft Flight Simulator World Update 9, so be aware of that. And these are all the point of interest which they have added. Right, you can see hostels, gates, churches, cathedrals, all kind of nice things. And here you can see some of the examples. So really a lot of detail, as you can see, compared to the default buildings. Then they also released the landmark Belgium North. So 30 monuments in 3D, hand-marked photorealistic textures for night and day. That's simply as addition to World Update number 4, right? So they also have included the boat, riverboat, and the Thalys, which is a high-speed train. And here you can see a list of the point of interest which they have added. And here you also can see that they are, I would say, really highly detailed, right? So that's pretty cool. Then they didn't stop developing because they also released the Issoire Le Broc Airport Lima Foxtrot Hotel Alpha. That's an airport in the south of Varian volcanoes inbound Clermont-Ferrand, where a lot of gliders are active, right? So likely you will fly this aircraft using a glider. Realistic ground textures are included, dynamic lights, as well as a silo and the enhancement of the Issoire car track. So likely it's also a racing track. pretty close to the airport. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? A lot of gliders, as you can see. So pretty nice. Then scrolling down the list, we find another one, which is the Montbouilly, probably airport, Lima Foxtrot Hotel, Yankee. It's also an airport in the near area of Clermont-Ferrand, used by general and business aviation as well as gliders. And this is how it looks like, right? So they shared some pictures, including some gliders, of course. Hot air balloons. So cool stuff. Then scrolling down the list, we had this one was the airport which we were left, right? The Trabzon Airport, Lima Tango Charlie Golf. It's in Turkey. It's developed by Scenery TR Design. They've added this airport, which is in the eastern Black Sea region of Turkey. So a lot of details, as well as custom ground textures, airport vehicles and static objects, as well as animation and effects, and HD PBR textures and custom light features. You can see some of the screenshots, right, where you can really see the level of detail which they have added to this airport, including the traffic tower. Not sure if the interior is included. Also keep in mind that most of the vehicles are static, so they will not move. So be aware of that. Then we've got MSF Scenery Builders, which has released the La Caiba Golosan International Airport, Mike Hotel Lima Charlie. That is in Honduras. So it's a military and public airport, and there's not too much details which they have added. But here you can see some of the screenshots, right? You can see A320 in the grass. It's pretty cool. And then you can see bomberos, right? The fire trucks. So cool stuff. Then scrolling down the list, and we're almost there. We've got the Rio Branco International Airport, Sierra Bravo, Romeo Bravo. Sierra Bravo, Romeo Bravo, in Brazil. Also a nice airport. They have added a lot of text. It's one of the seven busiest airports in the northern region and the 38th busiest airport in Brazil. And here you can see the level of detail, right? So it's a not too nice weather, but also some static vehicles, also passengers looking to see, okay, if they can board the aircrafts, including people in the traffic towers also. Also taxi spots. So pretty cool. Then the next one is the Santa Maria Airport, Sierra Bravo, Sierra Mike, created by RP Simulations and Lata Voada. So textures in 4K. All buildings are exactly as real ones, and the Santa Maria Air Force military base also included. So you've got two, say, kind of airports for the price of one. Right, one is the military, one is the public one. And also few trucks are included, as you can see. So pretty nice. And then, of course, there's the Bell 47G Ranger, which has been released by Asobo, Microsoft, and Ini Buildings. Nice helicopter with a lot of details, a lot of liveries. Both available as floating helicopter as well as a helicopter which can land on the land. A lot of details, a lot of nice systems are included. Is it easy to fly with? Well, that's a different, I would say, question. Have a look at one of my videos which I posted earlier, and it's not that easy to fly with this one. But again, it's a pretty nice one. And then last but not least, of course, World Update number 16, which takes place in the Caribbean. A lot of nice things like, I would say, a lot of countries which they visit. A lot of updates for both the Bing data, right, as well as the Maxar data, as you can see here, as well as the light detection, as well as the say aerial photogrammetry, as well as the digital terrain and the digital elevation models. There are more than 100 points of interest which they have added. 7 airports which are included, including Dominican Republic's Gregorio Luperon International Airport and several other ones. They've added a lot of activities also. So 3 discovery flights, some famous, some landing challenges, sorry. So enough fun. And the good thing is this one is for free, right? So you don't need to spend any, say, dollar or euro on it because you can simply, let's say, download it. So you will need to have some disk space. Yes, that's true. But this is the last one in the list. So in total, we've got 25 new items added to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020. The PC version. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.